welcome back to another studio vlog. Today we are going to organize my yarn shelf. I recently redo my studio layout, a little studio makeover, which you guys probably going to see that video pretty soon. But this video alone, I want to focus on me just reorganizing my yarn, a couple of new things of a new way that I have thought of, like how to organize my yarn better and have more efficient use and still have a nice backdrop for when I do contents. I have two different piles of yarn. One is kind of like halfway used, or like a bit more than halfway, so it's a little like floppy like this. I don't like how it looks, so these will need to be lined. But I have other roll that's still incomplete, so I'm going to put those on the shelf. Alright, you guys, I did an Instagram story yesterday or day before asking you guys like about a question that you would like me to answer, and I'm going to answer it today in this videos as I'm winding these yarn. Okay, the first question, this was like more like two questions put in one. How have I been? Where have I been? Well, I've been going through a lot of stress in my like own personal life. It feels like a quarter life crisis. I'm not 25 yet, but I'm getting there. So I think the tension is building up for quarter life crisis. I'm getting really tired about like other people expectation of me. I feel like I'm just not up to what or where they think I would be. I'm pretty like okay with where I am at right now. I understand my goals and where I want to go. It takes a lot of work and a lot of patience, and I am here all for it. But it's kind of seemed like a lot of people around in my life, they don't see that, they don't understand that, and that it's okay. I mean, I am living my life. They can't live my life for me, so obviously they can't really experience or understand what I'm going through. So I've decided to do a little social media detox, especially on my business page. It's just because like I sometimes caught myself in the habit of comparing myself and other people's. This is something that I absolutely should not do at all, because I'm on my own timeline. Other people, they have their own timeline. So the only way really for me to shut my brain off and not thinking and like comparing myself to other business owner out there, it just get off the platform, not seeing it, then I won't think about it and I won't feel it, right? Anyhow, I am back. I'm building a plan and I am going to execute it, starting with being more present on my YouTube channel. So you'll be sure to see me on here a lot more often. Once every week, I might be able to throw in extra video here and there. Second question, how did you come up with your IG and YouTube name handle? Why the different? This is such a good question. When I first started my business, I asked myself all these questions. Okay, so who is my business for? Who is this dedicating for? And the answer was kids, young adults, or adults with young soul. Since it's dedicated for kids, I really want a name that like even baby can say it. Like it's easy to say. It sounds that baby would make. And at the moment, I would somehow really like hippo. So from there, hippo, right? Hippie, boppy. It sounds like baby babbler sounds. And that's where the name come from for my business, Hippie Poppy. As for my YouTube name, Vivian the Strawberry, as you already know, my name is Vivian Strawberry just because it's my favorite fruit. So I put the two things together, Vivian the Strawberry. Why the different though? Why would I name my business differently than my YouTube channel? YouTube channel is more for a documentary and sharing my knowledge, so it's so much more than just about crochet. I also share with you guys on here of my market experience. It's very much so like my experience. So, you know, you can even actually check out my lifestyle blog. There are so much more than just crochet. I took you guys to a cafe. I took you guys to like a night market where they sell food and not crochet item. Long story short, Hippie Poppy on Instagram is representing my brand as a business, and then Vivian the Strawberry on the YouTube channel is represent me as a person. Next question, What was the first thing you ever crocheted? Can we see it? When I first crocheting, I actually started out with wearable. So the first item I made for myself, it was an halter top, and then I did a little bit more experience, and then I found amigurumi. So the first amigurumi that I made was a jellyfish. That actually this pattern I come up with by myself and is lost somewhere. I cannot remember where did I jot that down. The fourth question, wish list of projects you want to do. Ooh, I will share with you guys like top 5 on my list. The top 2 items is by Moon Siasha. I might have butchered her name. I really want to create the Cuddly Goose and Cuddly Nessie monster. Third on my list is Appa by Sharn Crafts. Fourth on my list is Hedwig by Shield Maiden Crochet. Last but not least, Gentle Elephant by Tricka Toys. I am actually already start working on the Cuddly Goose, and my goal is from now to the end of the year, I will finish all these 5 items on my wish list. Make sure to follow me on Instagram so I can share with you guys my progress. Alrighty, next questions. What is that cute wooden studio you make things in? Did you build it? You guys, this is just my home. This is my home. I absolutely did not build it. I do not have that talent. This house was actually built in 1946. That's why it still have like wood floor, wood wall. It's a very old house. Everything is still in a 1946 except my gas stove. Next question. How to organize yarn and hooks without having extra rooms at home. Get a cart. You probably have seen this card everywhere. I'm pretty sure by this time every crafter have this card now. You can get it at Michael's, at IKEA. I think even Walmart have it now. You can just use this card to like organize your hook, especially put all the little cups on the card and then store your hook in there. Even have multiple cups for like most used hook, and then cups for not so often used. Then on second and third level, you can use those to store like projects that you're currently working on, or like your yarn that you use the most. Throughout the process of doing my studio makeover, I've realized that when I wind my yarn into like yarn kick, it saves so much more room when it's come to storage. Now to storage your yarn, I have do some digging, and I actually used these before when I was still living in an apartment. For example, this picture I found on Pinterest is like a over the door kind of storaging for you to put the yarn in there, and then you close the door and then you see no yarn. This one is a really great one, or if you already have that spot for something else, then I highly recommend you to check out these clear bins. I got these from Target. They are very durable and it's clear, so you can see all the yarn that you have. It's very easy to store, to move, to see. So check it out and see if this works for you. Next question. How do you decide what to crochet? Honestly, it's all based on my feeling, what I feel like I want to crochet, what come to my mind, or when I just like surfing through Instagram or on Pinterest, something caught my eyes and it fit with what my business stand for, then I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try that out. But for market wise, especially with market that have a specific theme, I would do research within the theme of that market to see what kind of item, what kind of animals would fit into that market. Next question. Will you be doing more cabin boots chalet events? Please do more market vlogs. Yes, you guys, absolutely. For this year though, I will only do 1 or 2 days weekend instead of 4 days like last year. If you want to know the reason why, I highly recommend check out that video where I share with you guys my experience of doing the market in the cabin. Also, I'm slowly getting back into my market season, so no worries, as long as I have markets, there will be market vlog. They should be coming starting like mid-June. So, when will your next market be? My next market will be from June 7th to 9th at a greenhouse event center in my local area. And absolutely, I will record this and turn this into a market vlog, keep you guys update on how the experience going. So the video should come out like a week later after the market is over. Next question, how do you predict how much inventory you need for a market? I always have a goals for how much I want to make from a market, and also this goal fluctuate depends on how long is the market gonna be. Is it just a 1-day event, 3 days, 5 days, a week, 1 month? Also, like how much it actually cost me to be at that event. And from knowing my goals, I will proceed to make the inventory that will help me achieve that goal. In this process of predicting or deciding how much inventory I need to make for a market, I use my market prep planner. If you want to see how I actually use this planner, check out this video to see more of the process. This market prep planner, it is available on my website. You can download it down to use under digital or even printable. I have 3 colors available: pink, blue, and brownish neutral. Alrighty, last question for the day. How do you relax, switch off? I am still a very creative person. Before, when I would still go to school, I still do the 9-to-5 job, then crochet is how I relax. But now, since crochet is my job, I actually use like cooking to relax, or like read my book, or even like diamond paintings from time to time. But honestly though, you guys, crochet is still super relaxing. I feel so blessed and grateful that my main job now is crochet, and I love doing it. So it doesn't exactly feel like a job to me most of the time, unless I have to sit down doing taxing. That is feel like a job to me. Anyhow, crochet is super fun. I love doing it. I enjoy what I do every single day, and I wouldn't trade it for anything else. I want to give a shout out to all of you guys who have leave me a question so that we have this Q&A video. I'm grateful for you guys for putting out the time and asking me the question. I really hope my answers help you or like answer your questions. For now, let's get back to my yarn organizing. Look at all of these yarn cake. They are so beautiful. I think I won about like 30 plus roll. The empty box, and then over here this basket is filled with empty label. This is like a very big box of yarn. Let's see if I can bring you guys closer. This is one box, and I still have another box, another bag, and another box. This is my inspiration of how I want to organize the yarn on the shelf. Together, I kind of have like one side with all the parfait chunky, which is like a thinner yarn, the other side with the thicker, bulkier yarn. This is so satisfying to look at. Now I'm going to put on all the yarn that I've been winding. So these yarn are the one that I'm like halfway used or currently using. So I just put them all down here in this little like collapsible bins. I have the small kind and a big kind. The big one is for the bigger, bulkier roll, and the small one obviously is for the smaller yarn cake. And like I said before, since I wind up all these yarn into yarn cake, is save up so much more room when it's come to storing them. It's easier to stack. It does not take as much room like at all, you guys. I did a test on this. Like I put roll in there, and then I tried to wind it up and put it in, and it creates so much more space for more yarn, of course. As I'm putting in these yarn cake into the collapsible bins, I also divided them into like their color group. Like all the white, black, gray go in one, all the yellow, mustard, green go in one, all the blue one go in one, all the red, purple, orange also go into one section. The bigger reason why I create this system for yarn though, like the up top is all the full roll and the bottom is for like yarn cake, like the one that I halfway use or use some or mostly use, is because when I do my studio makeover, one of the goals is to create a backdrop so that I can use it for all of my contents, for my products photo, and I want my colorful rainbow looking yarn shelf. When I work on a project, when I crochet, I'm strictly just choose from the yarn cake that already wind up in the two bottom shelf in these collapsible bins. I barely, almost never really gonna use any yarn roll that already on the top part of the shelf. Obviously, this yarn color shelf thing is not perfect. It's not exactly rainbow-y yet, but as I'm like getting more and more yarn, I will adjusting, pull out some roll that I'm going to use and then put the new one onto the shelf. But my main goals is this shelf need to always look like that on top, always have the full flat color so that I can use these for my rainbowy backdrop. That is it, you guys, our yarn shelf makeover journey and my very first Q&A. What do you think about my new yarn shelf? Do you like it? You like how I arranged the color, how I add all the greeneries for the pop? Leave me the comments below about your thought. Also, if you enjoy the Q&A, would you like me to do it more often? Please also let me know that in the comments. I'm really excited to get your feedback on these. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today and also for being so patient when I'm not visibly up here. I am so grateful for each and every single one of you. Thank you for watching this video and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!